Wigs have been around for centuries, evolving through the ages and styles. Now they have become an everyday accessory for many women here in the US, including the use of extensions, sew-ins, lace fronts, closures, and so many more. What was once largely worn exclusively by African American women has seen a grow in popularity thanks to high-profile celebrities like the Kardashians, Beyoncé, and Cardi B, just to name a few. With the US hair, wigs, and extension market expecting to grow from $2.7 billion to $6.34 billion industry by 2029, according to Focus reports, the boost of star power plus the rising population of those who want to remain a level of real hair with the use of a hairpiece has helped push wigs to the mainstream and out of the stigma surrounding them. Wigs were first seen on the heads of royals, wealthy, and social elites around 3400 BCE in ancient Egypt, according to the National Institute of Health. Egyptians are credited with the invention of wigs, which were usually crafted of human hair, vegetable fibers, and sheep's wool, says the hair alchemist. The 17th century witnessed a complete revival of the wig, with both men and women indulging in hairpieces. Aristocrats and those who were able to afford wigs carried a mark of class at the time. By the mid-18th century, powdered wigs, which usually consisted of a mix of grease and flour or starch mixture, were all the rage, with women pieces built high, powdered, and bejeweled. Blvd reveals that Black people were responsible for bringing wigs to Europe. Wigs were usually handmade, intricate, and time-consuming, as shown throughout history. That is until the 1950s when Hong Kong, China began to mass-produce hairpieces that were more accessible. In order to attain the straight, European-centric hairstyles that dominated the beauty standards of the early 20th century, and then again in the 1960s and 1970s, Black women in the US frequently relied on wigs rather than rely on the often criticized practice of hair straightening, which can also be damaging to hair. Though wigs also played a significant role for those struggling with alopecia, which can be significant after medical treatments or bodily changes after a pregnancy, according to Blvd. Black queer people too made wigs popular by using them as a protective style, a way to show one's culture and gender, and making it a fun accessory in the drag ball scene. By the 1950s and 60s, during the Motown days, wigs were a fashion statement for women. Performers like the Supremes use wigs as a means of creative expression, from beehives to bouffants.
Say, would you like to have lovely hair? Then our Supreme collection of wigs is for you.
A controversial aspect of the wig industry has been the sourcing of hair, with many people being physically and monetarily robbed in order to obtain hair for the trade from places like China, Russia, India, and more, says the Borgen Project. Encyclopedia notes roughly 40% of wigs were synthetic by 1969. The ease of swapping out a short hairstyle for a longer look with the help of extensions became a literal snap for stars like Britney Spears in the late 20th century. Tyra Banks and Naomi Campbell also rocked the iconic deathly straight clip-in hair extensions of the 90s. Today, the popularity of wigs has grown substantially, with hairpieces becoming a norm. Men and women are becoming more concerned about hair loss, and the fashion and entertainment industries are also generating more demand, which contributes to this strong increase. A number of actors, models, and celebrities have been open about wearing hair wigs in the past few years. While talking to The Hollywood Reporter, Chris Appleton, celebrity hairstylist for stars like Kim Kardashian West, Jennifer Lopez, Shay Mitchell, and more, says, "The thing with wigs is they're better than they used to be, for sure. When we were talking about a dramatically different cut or color, I always suggested that you try a wig first because it gives a vibe of how it would look and how a new color will change your skin tone. Or do clip-in bangs if you want to just try them to see how you feel." The recent public interest in wigs has normalized the use of hairpieces and has helped remove the taboo around it. Social media sites like TikTok and Instagram are dispelling the myths around wig use in the fashion and beauty industries, shown with the always expanding number of wig tutorials, styling tips, and more. These factors have created a market for hair, wigs, and extensions that has never seen such a rapid expansion, that is expected and has grown annually by 1.17% from 2023 to 2027, notes Statista. Dr. Francesca Fusco, A medical and cosmetic dermatologist at Wexler Dermatology talks to Allure about treating patients who suffer from scalp issues, thinning hair, and other types of hair loss. Dr. Fusco's patients have been more open to supplementing their natural hair as hair extensions and wigs have entered the mainstream. Suddenly, because so very many women were wearing them, whether it was for fun or just to amp up a look for an event, it became acceptable to wear them and be open about it, Dr. Fusco tells Allure. They are affordable, easy to maintain, and like eyelashes and nails, it's easy to find a salon. Today, wigs are more than just a piece of hair to put on top of your head. While many women prefer to go the natural route with their hair if possible, wigs have given women the freedom and ability to switch up their looks, create a sense of confidence within themselves, and crafting a new standard of beauty. They have transcended into the mainstream with men, women, and people of all walks of life enjoying the beauty of hair pieces. Because at Hair Queen LA, we know nothing makes you feel more fabulous than feeling comfortable in your own skin.